Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we're doing pancakes and ground turkey, and this is a gluten-free pancake mix that I'm using. And we're going to get that in the bowl. Well, maybe a different bowl. I was going to use that one bowl, but then I was like, well, this might not be big enough. Alright, a little bit bigger. Get that dumped in. And I was getting something. There's the measuring cup. I'll be doing water next. It calls for 1 cup of water, but I did 2 because I don't like really thick pancakes. So I added more water to thin it out a little more. But of course, using whatever kind of pancake mix you use, you can follow the box or however you like it. But this is how I do it because I just like to thin my pancakes out a little bit more. Then next, I'm gonna get some milk, but because I added 2 cups of water, I'm only gonna do like 1/4 cup. And it's the almond milk I use because, like I've said in past videos, I don't do dairy, or I can't, I should say. I love dairy, but I can't use dairy. Or I try not to. I mean, there's times when I do still eat some cheese or something, but it's just every now and then. And get that put away. And eggs. It calls for 1 egg, so I did an egg. And we'll get going on the egg. Get that cracked open and in the bowl. And then I got whisking with the whisk, but as you'll see in a minute, that did not work out for me. All this stuff in it was just not wanting to come out. Some did a little, but not really cooperating like I needed it to. So I got me a fork, and I was like, all right then. We'll take care of this. And now I'll get busy stirring with the fork because that works best. some spilled a little when I was trying to show you that I got the batter all stirred up. And I'll get that cleaned up. I went to wash my hands, so it took me a few minutes. And now we'll get started on getting the batter in the pan. I'm using coconut oil. And I did just 1 spoon of it, and that was it. I guess I went back to wash my hands again. Everything's so messy. Which that's how it is with cooking, of course. But I just try not to keep things such a mess. Okay, got a spoon now. I'm just waiting on the pan to get hot so I can start putting the mix in. Excuse me. And here we go. I actually ended up doing 2 spoons for each drop I put in. So, I mean, right now I'm doing 1 each, but I ended up later doing 2 scoops for each pancake that I put in. As you can see, I kept adding a little more to each of it because I realized it wasn't enough. Okay. And while that's cooking, I went and got the turkey patties, or turkey burger, however you want to say it. And got one out. And of course, got to put that back. And get the other pan going and hot so I can put the turkey burger in that. And I'm using coconut also for the turkey burger. And as you can see, it's messy. So I'm going to have to wipe off my hand. And now I'm gonna flip this batch I have in the pan over. And checking on the other pan, see if it's ready to go. And I personally use the spatula to put it down in the pan because if it accidentally dropped or anything like that, it's a safety precaution. And now, gonna get this first batch out because it doesn't take long for pancakes to cook, which is nice. And I had to turn the temperature down on the other pan because it was getting pretty hot. Alright, and now I'll get started on the next batch. And here I go, like I was saying earlier, adding another spoon to each one to add a little more to it. Because if I didn't, it would be really teeny. And now this time I'm adding a little bit of olive oil. Just a few drops because I'm just adding some oil to the pan so the pancakes don't stick. And I was just waiting for a few minutes. And time to check them, see if they're ready to be flipped. Yep, they were ready. And those will cook on the other side for a minute. Which, of course, I mean, I'm sure if you've cooked pancakes, you know how it works. But for those who maybe have not, this is how it works. And time to check them just to see if it might be ready, because Once you flip it to the other side, you have to really watch it to make sure it doesn't burn, because it's already done on one side, so. Okay, now they're ready. And we'll take this next batch out. And by the way, the turkey burger had to cook like 9 minutes on one side and 7 minutes on the other, so I just did as many pancakes as I could, because it all has to be cooked anyway. So I was just doing that as long as the turkey burger was cooking. And then, as you will see, when it was ready, then I did the rest, the second part. And adding some more olive oil, just so no sticking. Okay, those were ready to flip. And turn it down a little bit. And just waiting for a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, I decided to let it cook a little bit more since it didn't look like it was quite ready. But I got my plate ready because it doesn't take long either. Okay, those seem to be pretty much ready. Okay, now time for the plate again. And I had to get that one little piece out so it wouldn't burn. And here we go with another batch. Round 3. Or 4, I don't know, I lost count. And a little more oil. Okay. Gotta flip the burger over. The 9 minutes was up. And you can see it's smoking, so I had to take it off the burner for a few minutes. And I set the timer and put it back on, excuse me, the burner again. And I set it for 7 minutes this time because, like I said, it cooks for 9 minutes on one side and 7 minutes on the other. And I let the burner was already so hot, I let it just cook like it is. So I didn't even have to turn the burner back on. And the pan, of course, was hot. And I had to run back over to the sink for a few minutes. And I decided to let those cook a little more because, it just wasn't quite ready. Okay. Time for the plate again. And we'll get started on the next batch. And I'll do 2 scoops for that one, then 2 for the others as well. And I'm gonna go take some stuff to the sink. Figured might as well clean up while waiting. Alright, now these should be ready to flip. Yep. And I did some wiping the counter off and stuff. Okay, and those are ready to